Experts from the OPCW chemical weapons watchdog are expected to arrive in the Syrian town of Douma in the next few hours. The probe will look into the allegations of a chemical attack that emerged on April the 7th. Meanwhile, more doubts have been raised over this footage filmed by the White Helmets group in a local hospital. The video claims to show the aftermath of the chemical attack. But our sister channel, RT Arabic, visited that very hospital in Douma and talked with the doctors and the locals. They describe what happened on the 7th of April, claiming they saw no toxic agents being used.
People from the White Helmets told us about the use of chemical weapons, but we saw no sign of that. If chemical weapons were used against those people, our medical staff would have also been affected.
People poured water over our heads, repeating that we had been attacked with chemical weapons. Somebody ran up from outside shouting about a chemical attack. We don't know who that was.
We heard an explosion, and somebody said it was a chemical weapon. We ran to where the noise came from and started pouring water over the people. But they seemed to be okay, and then walked away without any help.
People got so confused. Somebody started pouring water over people's heads, saying there had been a chemical attack. I was at the spot with my wife and daughter, but none of us experienced any symptoms of chemical poisoning.
Meanwhile, even some Western media outlets are now calling into question the allegations of a chemical attack. That's after British journalist Robert Fisk visited the hospital and spoke with the doctors there and found absolutely no evidence of the use of any chemical weapons. However, those who still have no such doubts are Washington and its allies. The US, Britain and France chose not to wait at all for the official investigation before launching air raids against Syria in the early hours of Saturday. And US State Department spokesperson Heather Nauert said Washington's decision not to wait was justified.
The OPCW is something that we back strongly, but it can also take quite a bit of time for the OPCW to gather its information and compile a report. So I would ask you, should the United States and her allies wait around for Bashar al-Assad to use more chemical substances on his people? Should we wait around for that formal investigation that could take months and months?
This is, actually scandalous that the U.S. has launched a strike based on insurgent-tied social media sources. Well, this is exactly what Defense Secretary Jim Mattis said at a briefing several days ago, where he didn't have solid intelligence on any chemical attack in Douma. What he did have were social media reports, people saying stuff on the internet. And who were those people? The same people that State Department spokesperson Heather Nauert's referring to. They're the Syrian White Helmets, which has been funded to the tune of at least $23 million by the State Department.